We've now laid out the basics of working with the SAP 2000 API and model. Now, as stated before, we'll be constructing our own custom 3D grid model template. Before that, we'll be touching on another aspect of VBA that we haven't explored yet: user forms. You can think of user forms as, essentially, any other program window in the Windows operating system. A user form is able to have controls, variables, events, and, when launched by Excel, direct interaction with any workbook. Let's add a user form to our new workbook. I promise we won't be making any more workbooks or worksheets. Let's go to the VBA code view and click anywhere in our VBA project on the left. Then let's insert a user form. This automatically creates a forms folder where all our user forms will be placed, though we'll only make one. This creates an empty form. We can click it and we'll change its name property to template form as well as its caption. You might be wondering why we're creating a form in the first place. The answer is that this form will prepare our worksheet automatically with very simple information. Even after we've used it to prepare our worksheet, we might want to automatically reset a lot of fields just to make minor adjustments. Plus, it's important you learn some form functionalities for other projects you might have. For now, let's add 6 text boxes and 6 labels. Yes, that is quite a lot all at once, but it will mostly be very similar. The labels are just text that allows the user of the form to better identify what each element of the text box is used for. Text boxes will allow us to input values that we can then work with. Let's also alter the names of each of the text boxes so it's easier to identify them when using them in our code. Let's also add a button to our form to effectively prepare the worksheet. Now, we can double-click our button to create an event handler function for when the button is clicked. Event handlers are functions that are created to handle events, such as a button being pressed or the state of a checkbox changing. Double-clicking our button will show us the code view for the form. We can also access this view by clicking on top of our form on the left panel and clicking on Show Code. The code view for our form is, in essence, just like a regular code module. This code module simply works in the context of a form, having easy access to all its controls and their properties. Okay, let's now start prepping our worksheet. To do that, we'll first select 3 columns to format and input our story heights and X and Y bay lengths. We'll pick the H, I, and J columns as we're going to reserve the left side of our worksheet to put some buttons into. First, we'll select the 3 columns to clear by using the range function. We'll start at cell H2 and end at the downmost cell of the J column by using the rows count property. Next, we'll set the column headers. And we'll adjust the column width so that the headers fit. Then, we'll use the same range to set the cell borders to continuous just to make it look better. Then, we'll fill a range of cells in each column with the values we've picked for story heights and bay lengths using the values of our various text boxes. Finally, let's hide our form when we're done preparing the worksheet. Okay, that's all set up. Now, we're still missing a way to show our form. Let's add a new module called Worksheet Utils. And let's add a new sub-procedure called ShowTemplateForm. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to show our template form. And all we're going to do here is to sho It's important to note that you don't need to create your user form, you simply need to show it. Although user forms can have an initialization function, like we'll explore a bit further in our course, user forms that are associated with a workbook are automatically created when that workbook is opened. We can show our user form with various methods, but let's show it in a modeless way. This means that the form will not block interaction with the worksheet while it is showing, as opposed to the modal way, which blocks all interactions. All we need to do now is to add a button, assign our macro to it, and test out how our form works. Okay, now, if we close our form, you can see that nothing happens, obviously. Let's launch our form again and pick some values for our text boxes. Now we'll click our button, and voila! Our worksheet is set up and ready to provide data, so we can start building our model.